And one thing we also want to keep in mind is something called Ashby's law, which states that in order to survive in a given environment, we need to have more responses than the environment can throw challenges at us. So you could almost think of it as being a martial artist, and so your opponent has a certain set of things that they can do, and you should be able, in order to win, you need to be able to counter uh, at least as many things that they have to throw towards you. And in this picture, you can see that on the left, you don't have the necessary or the sufficient variety in the system in order to deal with the environment. And this is one of the reasons why we talked about sense making um, in part 4 of these lectures towards the end, so that we need these uh, we need a lot of eyes on our data, and when we collect sort of data, and make decisions, it's best to have a lot of different opinions so that we don't get stuck on what we think the data shows. And because we might not see the gorilla, but someone else might, if you remember the video on the invisible gorilla in the beginning of part 4. And this is, of course, the standard intervention development, in that you need to keep the communities and stakeholders in the loop, and do this participatory and co-creation of whatever you're planning. And one another way of seeing this would be this. So those of you who have read the complexity rising piece in detail might remember this. So towards the top of the screen, you have variety of the organization or the system that we're dealing with. So let's say that that's us. And on the horizontal axis, you have the variety of environmental demands. And what happens if you have more responses than the environment has demands, you will survive. And if you have less responses than the environment has uh, challenges towards you, you will eventually fail. And the twist here is that over time, the variety of environmental demands has been rising due to many reasons in this depicted in this paper here, the complexity rising piece, and which is also why all the time when as time goes on, we need to increase our variety in order to keep up. So it's almost like the Red Queen's race. So you need to run faster and faster in order to stay in the same place.